I just realized I was muted this entire time. I was muted this entire time. I apologize. But welcome to the inaugural edition of BSU Speaks. Happy Juneteenth, everyone. And this will be our forum for all the BSUs of all of Palm Beach County to basically speak their mind and bring attention to issues in the community, events, and overall just a way for us to connect with our people. Because come on now. So I will pass the mic over to King, who, if he's ready, he can introduce everybody.
Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. I couldn't hear you for a second, Daniel, but I just now heard what you said. Okay, so let's go down who's present. My name is Will King. I'm president and founder of the BSU at Boca Raton Community High School. It's nice to meet y'all and amazing to even talk to y'all right now. We have Corinne, who is the vice president of West Boca. Want to say what's up, Corinne? That's crazy. She left. Yeah, that's crazy. Uh, and then we got Jermaine, who is in the also leadership role with Kareem in West Focus High School. And there's Jamal, who's representing Royal Palm right now. So we have currently, along with Tristan, who is also John and Leonard's president of BSU as well. So that's about 4 BSUs in Forest Hill who will come through with amazing video clips later on. So trust and believe, you will be you'll be amazed at their voices, like amazed. Trust me.
You know, I'm already excited to hear what Forest Hill got to say. Should we go ahead and play the video clips right now?
I think we should.
Yeah,
I think we
let's do
should.
that.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please your eyes on the screen.
Juneteenth is one of the most beautiful celebrations of our country. This celebration gives us Black people the chance to celebrate the freedom of our ancestors. Even to this day, the celebration is celebrated heavily across the world. Black people have really thrived, and we've really made a name for ourselves in everywhere we go, from businesses to sports and a lot of workspaces that once denied us. As Black people, we have made opportunities for each other to thrive as well. We have truly made a cultural impact on this country from the beginning of time. We have contributed to the structure of this country, and it's beautiful how we are making the effort to celebrate the impact of our ancestors and the impact that we've all made.
Juneteenth is a very important holiday because it celebrates the start of us Black people being more than what others thought we could or thought the only thing we were good at. Nowadays, you see Black billionaires, Black athletes, Black musicians, Black business owners. We are any and everywhere breaking records and setting the standard because of these people, we have the motivation to be more than what others thought we were, to strive higher and further than we could ever think. Because of what happened many years ago today, we are allowed to be great, to be greater than what anyone thinks of us. And we are going to continue to be great.
Hi, my name is Noralynne and I represent Forest High School. One of the topics I will be discussing is cultural appropriation that happens towards the Black community. Cultural appropriation is when a person uses an aspect of culture that isn't their own and uses it for their own personal interests without caring about the meaning behind it. It upsets me that after all these years of trying to give people outside the Black community knowledge about what is offensive and what is not, they still continue to choose the offensive option. An example of this would be white women doing African women's hairstyles with no regard that it is rude and offensive. As a white woman, why are you doing hairstyles that weren't made for you and will in no way, shape, or form protect your hair? Many white female celebrities do this and call it appreciation, but wear it just so it looks good with their outfit. My hair is not a costume, nor is it a fashion statement that you can just call yours whenever you want to. I face discrimination when I walk out of the house with my natural hair, but a white woman can do bantu knots and receive praise. It's completely unfair that even in 2022, there is no change happening. People need to stop appropriating black culture and call it appreciation when a person outside the black race uses a piece of our culture, but they will spit on a black person who is representing their very own culture. This has to change, and people need to educate themselves more about our culture before putting their dirty hands on it. Black culture deserves respect and the right to be seen and learned about. Don't touch my culture if you don't appreciate it and are unwilling to learn everything there is to know about it. Thank you for taking the time to listen, and happy Juneteenth.
Oh my gosh. Look, before I still really showing.
I was
I
saying,
mean, I couldn't. Child, they did not disappoint. I mean, we couldn't say it better ourselves because everything they were saying is true. Like, literally every single morning, I am just proud to just look in the mirror and say, damn, I really woke up black again. Like,
it's a
because that's who we
blessing.
are.
It's a blessing.
All we know how to do is show out, okay? We are just as capable as our colonizers, as our former enslaved, as the descendants of our enslavers. So watch out, because when we come through, we come through. But that's just on black people. So
And especially with Forest Hill, because it was their previous president, Hope. She started to actually like unify and like try to bring together like every single BSU in Palm Beach district, and I was inspired by that, honestly. But now that she graduated, she handed down the torch to Trishan and I. So I strive to actually do the same goal, like try to unify BSUs, try to get us all together, try to have these conversations, build upon each other like that. And Forest Hill, they will still not disappoint. When I tell you these girls are at top point, Lissanera as the vice president, Kendall as the president, Noralynne in the leadership, I guarantee you, these girls, they're top. They're at the top.
hey, I mean that's black women magic right there. So
All day, all day. So I feel like we should break down each video. What do you feel like?
yeah, so I believe it was Lissanera who was speaking about the importance of Juneteenth and how basically it's become a symbol of how American descendants of slavery, ADOS, and Black people as a whole, we are resilient no matter like what to a world that centers around Eurocentrism, centers around white superiority and such. We have really came a long way in just breaking the glass ceilings, becoming that I believe Kendall spoke about how we have black billionaires, many black businesses. We have a black a black man in office. So overall, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Still overall, I don't even know what to say because
Don't
child,
worry,
there was just a lot.
yeah, guaranteed. Because Lissanera, with her speech about Juneteenth, June 19, 1865, where slaves were still considered free, even after that, they still had to go back to the workforce and get paid in such little, and was still having nothing, they still find a way to dash through. That is definition of resilience. Right there. Right there alone.
And yet again, it's a symbol. I feel like I'm just repeating, but it's a symbol of our freedom, of our resilience, a symbol of the fight that continues to this day. Because yes, slavery was like 400 years ago, but the impacts that it's had on our society with black codes in America, with the rampant anti-blackness that's seen in the Caribbean, that's seen in Africa, as a result of imperialism and colonialism, it's just only one step in the nonstop battle for simple equality between us and our former colonizers. That's just what I'm going to call them. I mean,
don't worry, Savior.
Okay.
Don't worry.
So, all I can say is black people keep pushing through. Like, with the Black Lives Matter marches that happened, that basically turned our lives into a trend, I say don't stop. Because to this day, I still say Black Lives Matter. Because guess what? Our lives do matter at the end of the day. At the end of the day, we are still being, we can't walk outside peacefully without the thought in the back of our mind that what if I don't go home today? Whether that's because I was shot at a grocery store in Buffalo, New York, prayers to the families affected. Whether that is, of course, with the rampant police brutality in this country, we are still, while in the Constitution, prosperity and liberty are written as our basic human rights, Black people still aren't afforded this rights to this day. So that's why I say, Black people, keep on fighting, because there will be a day. I mean, I don't want to be sound optimistic, but I feel like if we just pull through and with the grace of God, we will pull through, because that's just what Black people do.
Definitely, definitely. And people always say that it's not gonna come anytime soon, but we could build that. We could build that foundation in order for it to come to maybe the next generation or the generation after that. We just need to play our role, play our part in it. That's really all we need to do. And eventually, yes, we will get there. We will get to where we will all be seen as actual equals. To see the person in the eye, regardless of their skin color, and to see them as what they are, human at the down core. That's really it.
All right. I feel like we, both of us, have like kind of stole this
Yeah.
conversation. So let's bring out the other little BSU members up in here. Where are they? Are they asleep? Did they fall asleep? Let's wake them up. Come on, come on. Wake
Yeah,
y'all
where
asses
y'all,
up.
yeah, where
Where
y'all
y'all
at? Jamal, I see you. Come on, speak
I
on
ain't
something.
sleep. I'm wide awake.
You wide awake? All right, then speak your mind then.
What are you talking about?
That's crazy. I'm playing. But we talking
It's
about
crazy.
right now, like the holiday of Juneteenth itself, like, and us, like Black folks, that, like right now, like representation of us, and overall, like what we're doing to build that foundation of unity. Did I just lose you? I thought I saw.
I don't know. You already said your mind. Ah, Juneteenth.
Come on, boy. It's 11:30 in the morning. Come on now.
Exactly. I ain't got too much sleep. Because my dad though. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, hey,
Hey,
hey.
I'm still about off 3 hours of sleep right now. So
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. But you know what J. Cole said? Sleep is because of death. No time to doze off. So time to wake up, Jamal.
Damn. I don't think I want to wake up now.
All right, now. All right, all right.
Um,
You got that. You got that. You got that. All right. How about someone else? Until Jamal's like awake, awake.
who's
Who's still in here? We have
one
we
more
have Kareem.
Jermaine.
Hello?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay. I feel like the holiday of Juneteenth is really important because especially like it's not really like popularized as a holiday today where like everything like Christmas or anything like Veterans Day or stuff like that. And it goes back to like the 1860s, right? And we have to like remember that it's important because we're still building ourselves up and they had the resilience to build themselves up even working with so little. And that's just important to remember that and to like remember that we have to continue to grow so we can have more freedoms because right now we're not really getting like the equality we deserve.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. I definitely feel that. Especially even before, even when we were still in chains, the way that we're still resilient and the way that we want to fight back overall. I know some of y'all may know, may not know of Nat Turner, his slave rebellion, who is still seen as one of the most greatest slave revolts on American soil to this day. It lasted 2 days, August 22nd to August 23rd, 1830, where he was freeing slaves and basically killing the masters itself. For that, they hung every single one involved, including Nat Turner. But the way that that sparked so many people to actually go beyond what they thought that were capable of, just people in chains, people that were just seen as just um, laborers or whatever. He got them to see that they could actually be more to what they are, and that right there in our history right now is one of the peak. It's definitely one of the most peak in Black history that I have actually read or even heard of, and I didn't know about this until ninth, maybe 10th grade.
Actually, that
And
brought
to
up
like
two. You
to
can
add on
go.
top of that, I feel like with everything that's going on within the last 2 years, I feel like it takes a lot for like groups like us, especially as BSU, to really come together and then have our group really stand for something and mean for something and put our whole entire heart and meaning behind BSU, especially as what we're all in the top presidents, vice presidents, secretaries. So I feel like especially we got to be like leading and definitely an example for all the other, because like for me going I live in Boca. I go to majority white school. There's a lot of things that just fly by the teachers and counselors, and because they're not really caring because they're in their own world, they have their own things or whatever. So it's really up to us to make them see that and point it out, because there are a lot of kids that like go through these things and then we don't even or even kids that don't even know what Juneteenth is. It's just like, come on, you see what I'm saying?
And then we have our lovely little governor who's, trying to get rid of critical race theory, literally just trying to hide actual history from the history books. It's like, at the
Right.
end of the day, slavery, all of that happened, and just ripping it out of the history book is not going to benefit us in any way, but just making white people more comfortable, which our lives, basically they're putting the comfort of white people over the importance of our lives, our right to just exist peacefully, which that pisses me off, which leads me on to another point. We got to use our votes because black people turn out in the polls. Come on, we can do better. We can do better because there's a reason why a lot of these systems of oppression still exist to this day. So we got a voice, and when black people come together, which yet again brings the importance to why black student unions are critical to not only schools but um, societies as a whole, in colleges and institutions. When black people come together, white people fear us. The colonizers fear us. When with yet again with Nat Turner, they're hanging everybody that's involved with the slave revolt. That's because yet again with Haiti when they gained their independence. The rest of the world shut them out of the economy, so they couldn't build that wealth. And to this day, we can see how that has affected my home country to this day. As we aren't we still are a prosperous country. Don't get me wrong. Like people want to paint Haiti as like, oh my God, this poor country that's they're in shambles and whatever. I mean, yeah, Haiti's poor. Yeah, Haiti has its issues, but that's because we were shunned out of the opportunities yet again because the colonizers just fear what we were capable of. So if we can just come together as a group and just stand up and advocate for ourselves, there are so many things we could get done by now.
Yeah, guarantee. And what's even better is like when you're from a third world country, we all have something in common. We all have that one thing in common. We all have that humility, that us being humble, that we come from such an origin, that we're grateful right now to everything we have. I got a bed, I have a laptop, I have a phone. Like if I go back to my country, Sierra Leone, guaranteed, like I know that people there would be struggling. But the best part about from a third world country is that we have beauty in our own right. We have the beauty of Haiti. We have the beauty for the Caribbeans. We have beauty from Africa, from the landscapes, from the mountains, from the beautiful seas. Overall, that people try our best to like make us feel like we're just simple, like we're just easy minded, and that we just don't have anything valuable towards us, where we are our own value itself. Oh no, I'm done. I'm done. Let me keep going.
I mean, come on, y'all been quiet.
Yeah, for real.
Come on.
I want to listen to Jamal. I feel like he has some things he should say.
Oh yeah, Jamal, you awake now, bro?
Yeah, I'm awake now.
What you guys say?
All right, so like back to the part where I don't know who was saying about Hades and their people. You were right about that. They like shunned their people out from everything, and it was disappointing. Especially that your people were the first people to vote against slavery as well, or first people to win against slavery. To be correct, it's like that's a good accomplishment. And that's something that we should talk about in school and everything like that. But we don't. And it's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, Jamal, I definitely felt that, because I feel like as our generation right now, we're more unified than the previous one, who was still like put in that mindset of division, of seeing, especially different Africans, like wherever, like some parts, Africans will badmouth Caribbean, badmouth Africans, but we right now, we're all unified right now in this own call. We have African Americans, we have Africans, we have Caribbeans, we have all that. Right now, we're in this one conversation. Right now, this is our future, literally our future, where we see each other more unified. They're just stuck in their old time, in their old ways, that they can't really see further out to the future like we can, because we are that future.
Yeah, on top of that, like going back to the Haiti situation, it's just funny how like they want to shun them out from like the economy and like prevent them from building themselves up, but they're always the first like to go for vacation in there, or to steal their culture and their food or their clothes from there. It's just, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, that right there, exploitation to the max.
And
People
it's a
think,
shame too, because you have like not only just like our parents, but our grandparents, great grandparents, like talking about Haiti and like how they don't even want to go back home. Like that's such a shame.
yeah,
Like it's gotten like it's gone far. It's gone way further than it should have gone. It's really a shame on how the
Yeah, like
economy kind of just downplayed Haiti to the max.
yeah, this narrative that we paint for like not only Haiti but like for even Africa, how there's those like, oh, Africa has no water and such, or Africa is literally just village and such. It's like this image that they've painted of our homeland. It's just been successful in like just keeping us down. So that's why I say like we need to tell the true story of our land, tell the true story of Haiti, make sure that every single person knows the true story of where we come from, where how far we have come. Because I remember there was a point in school at Atlantic, there was a whole situation where in one of the history classes, a lot of people were embarrassed to actually in a lot of schools in Palm Beach County, a lot of Haitians were embarrassed to announce the fact that they were Haitians. People just called them pigs, called, oh, you're gonna give me HIV and such.
That's
But
facts. It was a few years ago. That used to be like my dad used to tell me my family used to tell me like high school a few years ago. Like it was like you would get bullied just to say you're Haitian or even show any signs like that.
no, but like still, like now that people like know the true story of Haiti, that we're the first Black republic in the Western Hemisphere. Now we can wear our Haitian flags proudly on Haitian flag. I don't know if y'all saw my Instagram post, but like I was wearing that thing like I am proud of where I come from.
I saw
So
that.
But yet again, it's like that's what we gotta do. We gotta tell the true story. So even if that's making a social media post, even that's just telling your friends or just telling your history teacher to accurately present the history of our country, that will make a change. That will bring more respect to our cause and just overall bring us closer to the dream that we strive to live in.
Mhm. That definitely that definitely could hit because like especially being like African Caribbean descent, like we get like you said before, we get painted this picture of us being poor, but us lacking these resources and all that. But they never even set foot on that land to even see the beauty or prospect of it. For them to just judge it by false accusations is incredibly not just ignorant but foolish itself. So I think we should go, especially to Nora's video, where she was talking about how we. Oh wait, no, that was Kendall's video about how we see all these all these black billionaires, all over social media. You know, like we actually do this out here. We do this out here for real, because the most richest man in history, Mansa Musa, to Madam C.J. Walker. So now we have two athletes right now who just confirmed to be billionaires. In my opinion, they were already billionaires to me, but now we see actual like representation of us actually trying to be at the top, like be at the top of not just whatever we see as just like typical or like in the box ideas, like we're creative and not just creative, but inter. I forgot the word, but we're very definitely creative, especially all over social media. You see, um, beautiful art and all that amazing stuff just from social media itself.
And that right there makes me real excited for like the future of black culture, of black people. Just seeing all these successful people now and just looking at my friends here and see where they're going at this young age. It's like some of my friends, I know one of my friends recently won like the Ben and Carson scholarship. I have a senior friend who won the Adele scholarship. It was like notoriously hard to get. So just seeing how where we are right now, 10, 20 years, they're gonna be sick of us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Guaranteed.
my god.
Especially with this generation right now. Our,
I
our generation
am
bad mouth so much, but yeah, we're the ones with the most potential right now. Guaranteed.
yeah. We about to change this world, so we yet again I am just excited to see it. I am here for it.
Exactly.
Just can't wait. Yeah.
So,
Us.
hold on. Hold on. We have someone in the comment actually. Okay. The disconnect, this union from locally to globally is real, but is by design. In fact, Haiti was stopped by other governments from joining the African Union. Wow. Okay, I know when I read that it probably sounded horrible, so y'all can just see in the comment. But definitely, that right there, that really disheartens me on people trying to disconnect and disunify us so badly because they know what could happen. They know that if we all really just unify together, that it'll just become a great problem for those who are already at the top.
But yet again, I feel like this also starts another conversation because even on social media, I see that there are black people tearing each other apart. Whether that's famous celebrities ripping apart black women, um, quite as bashing them overall. Whether it's the rampant homophobia in the black community, whether it's the ableism, I see like there are issues in the black community itself that where we're just not together. And yet again, I feel like that's another thing that's stopping us from being fully unified. We just have to look at each other as brothers and sisters, as members coming descended from the same continent, that we're all the same people. So when it comes to unification, I don't even know what to say, but overall, yeah, I feel like us being unified as a people, I don't even, somebody take the mic. I don't know.
Trust me, we got
I
it, we got
understand.
it. Definitely, because one TikTok post, just one TikTok post, it sparked a conversation that could be seen all around this country, and just have a negative effect on black community as a whole. That right there actually just blows my mind. That one person, one TikTok post, that one share out story can just outright affect a whole community.
And I feel like a big reason behind that is because a lot of us don't know our history on a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like uh the I feel like if we were filled and took in a lot more information on our like cultures and background, then we would be more like, it would be harder for TikTok posts or social media to kind of stray us away from the actual truth. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that all starts, like you said, Jay, in from our history books overall. Like, we need to actually be brought in with the facts, not just brushed off as a side, not just for like elementary kids just to hear Black History Month and see, oh, Martin Luther King, oh, Rosa Parks said no, that's it. No, no, we need to see more than just that for a whole month overall.
No, I noticed this like, and I also watch a video a lot. But Morgan Freeman, he, I don't know if anybody else saw it, but he was talking to a dude and he said, "I don't want a month for talking about my history. My history is American history, America's history. My
That's
history is
facts.
about America."
That's facts.
Mm.
Especially, and to me, having our history on the shortest month doesn't seem fair to me. It doesn't.
Because to be honest, when they celebrating all these American American celebrations, that's us. That's us. It's not
Exactly.
even black people take on. There are more black people in the U.S. than there are Caucasian. We're taking on majority of it.
Yeah, especially with the new updated population. Yeah, I saw that too. We're definitely.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Because honestly, it's just the fact that our history is watered down to the point where we just learn basic stuff. Like, you just learn, oh, slavery was a thing. Black people were enslaved. They got emancipated. They have rights. They don't go deep into like how there was police brutality, the marches, how people had to fight their way, claw their way just to get a little bit of freedom, which they shouldn't have to do.
Especially that part, because literally in elementary, the only elementary and middle, the main Black history that I learned was slavery happened. Abraham Lincoln made it illegal. Then people started becoming racist. Martin Luther King taught everybody that racism was bad. Racism no longer exists. We got a black president. The end. That's literally all you hear about.
Literally. And what's even worse is that they try to put on these big, like, these big roles for these, like, certain characters who we know that just don't don't justify why they're so big and symbolized. Christopher Columbus has a whole holiday. He literally has a whole holiday for what he did.
he straight up
Hey,
slaughtered people in the Caribbean. Like he
genocide.
was not a,
Let's be real.
like, but no, we want to moralize him as this big hero who didn't actually discover America. The Vikings did, if we want to be
Has a,
historically correct.
has a whole
But
stat.
I don't.
I think how we want to celebrate a man who took people's homes away and replaced them with other people and gave other people diseases and everything. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, why we're celebrating Columbus like this?
Mm.
What's Christopher Columbus? He doesn't even deserve it because, yeah, you're right. Vikings found him first. At least the Vikings treated them right. They traded with them. They worked out with each other. They helped each other out. Christopher Columbus just came in and then took everything they had and gave them diseases and wiped out half the nation, if not more.
It's still crazy how they battle over a land that it's not even theirs. Like that's what just blows my mind.
I don't know. And during the 19th century, I think it was somewhere earlier in the 19th century, but they were trying to put something down like nativism, but they didn't want other people from other people's countries coming here. But that wasn't even their country to begin with. Like,
Hmm.
it don't even make sense.
It it just really is sick to be honest. Like,
Okay, because like, how are like the imperial nations like England, France, even the U.S. They're going
it,
to be the reason why a lot of POC countries are in shambles, and then proceed to say, "Oh yeah, no, you can't come over here for refuge. Sorry, we're full." It's like you're the reason why they're refugees in the first place.
because
So
they don't care because they still profit off of Africa overall. Like my country, as an example, is Sierra Leone. Our country is known for our diamonds, and we get exploited like crazy, making us now one of the most lowest income rate country in the world now. But hey, yeah, UK top, but okay, yeah.
I'm still waiting for them reparations. Hey France, we're like, where's our reparations? Because from now to when y'all started first colonizing, imagine what we could do with that. Imagine where we would be with that.
Peace
So
been mad. It definitely is. It's just wild. Like I don't even have the words to even explain, like or say that they profit off people who struggle in their own right, but could care less just to see the benefits of their own country strive, which it was already striving before. It's like taking medicine when you're already healthy.
all it comes down to really is just greed,
It
just
really is.
prioritizing money over human lives. But still, I still have hope that things are still changing. That
Oh yeah,
well, with the advent of social media, we see how corporations are exploiting us, exploiting the labor market, exploiting other countries and such. So everything's on the table now. We just have to do something about it now. So
definitely.
Yeah.
It really is like down to us, like us as the next generation. It really is boiled down to how we learn, how how we teach each other, and just how we like I would say like represent ourselves because representing a whole community. Trust me, as presidents, we know it could be a difficult task. We had to act a certain way 24/7. We had to do this at a certain time and be this at a different time. Code switching, basically, right? And we know it the most. It's like we don't get that like, solid time to actually be ourselves in a way. At least I think we don't. Yeah.
Yeah. I know, right?
Like Kareem, kind of, you know, say Jermaine.
Yeah. Do we have any closing thoughts?
Yeah. Oh, well, we've been on here for wow. We really hit 12. We almost hit 12.
Oh no, that was fast.
Hey, we had a conversation for real though, so.
I'm saying, hold on.
I thought that was 10 minutes. Probably 5.
No, we've been on here
That
for
was
41.
41. Oh.
41.
God.
Now we got to do this again. We got to do this again.
I'm saying.
Definitely more often. Definitely get more boards here. definitely get the presidents here.
Kareem. Don't worry about it, because in the leadership group chat, you gonna see way more black women than black men. Don't worry. So more of them gonna pop up on here later on. Trust.
Oh yeah. Yeah, when school starts up in fall, we actually have a lot of black women representatives in my BSU. So, you know what? We definitely gonna have some more black queens up in here because hey, y'all are part of the conversation.
We have two male presidents currently.
I'm literally the only guy in my leadership Well,
actually, I am too. Actually, like, yeah, my VP, my secretary, they're all black women. Like,
they're all black
women.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm not complaining because they pull through. They pull through.
Yeah, they're amazing to work with. But any last thoughts before we actually close out? Cause
No, I'm good. I can say my thoughts for later.
all
Whenever
right,
it pops up.
all right, got you. Kareem.
It's just important to like realize and like show the world that we've created things to improve our country and to improve everything. So we just need to make that more known so we can start getting credit for those creators who really brought us up.
Definitely agreed. It's all about credibility when it comes to it, especially with trend season. It's all about credibility.
But in other words, that'll about do it for our inaugural edition of BSU Speaks. So, hey, you'll be seeing us again, maybe in July. Hey, keep a peep because we definitely gonna be pushing this out. We gonna be pushing this out.
So I really do want to say thank you to Royal Palm representatives, West Boca, John I, and of course my BSU. And I ain't gonna lie, I had to give a big shout out to the ATL. Daniel right there. He made this thing happen for real. I really gotta shout you out, man, because the work you be putting in is crazy.
Hey, I'll do anything for my people.
Thank you. Thank you to Jabril. Thank you to Daniel for hosting this. I guarantee it would not have been possible, especially with others. But thank you guys.
Anytime, man.
Yep, anytime. See y'all.
All right, peace.
Peace.